Hello, hello, hello. Why is my camera off? Huh. That's fine. Anyway, let's... Are we streaming? Are we live? Awesome, we are live. We have the stream in the background. Nothing was, showing up. In fact, Twitch is... Well, I'm gonna share that we're live on the social medias before I hop into some Animal Crossing. Okay, there we go. The stream uptime wasn't under the stream. Just took a second to load. I'm just gonna quickly post in chat to make sure chat is working. Awesome. Yeah, so Tuesday, so just some Animal Crossing for today, and let's just hop right in. I am ready. Yes, Trantor, April 20th, 3:14. It's all good. All good in the neighborhood. So let's hop right in. Yeah, welcome on in. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully you're having a good Tuesday as the week continues and all that. Let's see what the situation is today. Let me quickly check. We have a holiday coming up. That's 22nd. Okay, so that's Thursday. Good to know, good to know. And visitors. Okay, Saturday, Pretoris, sale tomorrow in Trantor. Okay. It's a sale for something I don't really care about, but still means we get balloons. Okay, anyone new? Maple's new. Might have 2 new people. Poncho, Cobb, Savannah, Pippi, Bubbles, Vladimir, Kabuki, Goose, Ellie, TR. Okay, I think we just have the one new person, Maple. Is Maple completely new? Or have we had Maple before? Because I'm thinking Maple probably moved here from Pretoris. Yeah, Maple has lived here before, so no one completely new. Means we might get somebody completely new after we travel to Pretoris, just because of... They could be the same thing if we, like, saved and quit after a certain point. Nothing related to the actual traveling to Pretoris. Because whatever time we started yesterday, it was presumably a little bit later than right now. And there's like 24 hours from when you have... Not counting somebody moving from another village. Kind of like there's a 24-hour thing before you have a new villager moving in, just random. Okay. Okay, so Freya moved back to Pretoris. Tom Nook is selling a stunning keg, and the HRA always loves my place. Get some more gyroids. Got all the gyroids out of my upstairs, right? Yes. Yes, indeed. So then let's grab another. Let's actually grab these 3. That's 4. Just kind of clearing out from the right, and we'll work our way through to clear out all of the rest eventually. Let's just put those all away so we can later pick them up with one of our other characters in our other town, Jonathan. Because we want to use his house as a storage facility for the gyroids. Okay. And then let's check if there's anything on the message board. April 10th. No, that was from 10 days ago. Nothing new. Grab one of the bags of money for now. Deal with the rest later. Anything around here? Not. Doesn't look like it. So let's go do our wandering about. Find our 5 daily fossils. Get rid of any weeds. Check on our trees. Talk to our villagers. Don't have to worry about any insects today. Not for another little over a week. Looking forward to when we hit May and can have a few new insects and fish to catch. Here's our first fossil of the day. Hip hip hooray. Did not mean to do that. Meant to do that. Museum, please identify. Post haste. Regards, Eric. Or Rick, I guess. Eric is who I am. Rick is my character. And all that. Okay, I heard somebody around here. So I'm assuming... I thought I did. Yeah, here we go. Here's Ellie. 3 p.m. Well, 3:17 to be exact, but close. I did not oversleep. I had to work this morning. Woke up at like 5 a.m. Okay. Let's see it. Got bugs, Ellie? Listen for his voice, then search both high and low. Creep with care beneath the gently swaying bow. A swift net wins this show. The singing bug boy. Bugs. Okay, okay. It's definitely interesting. I will give it that. And here is Pippi. I'm going here, there, and a bit of everywhere. Okay, I'll try to let you know. Talk to me. I mean, don't we all just want to sleep all the time? And we're finding the glowing spot already. Good stuff. Let's see if we can find the money rock this quickly as well. Imagine if one of these was the money rock. Like, you know, imagine if this one especially, like, the glowing spot and the money rock right next to each other. No. 'Twas not to be, 'twas not to be. Mayhaps another time. Oh. We cannot get a 12th tree in this acre, can we? I'm gonna keep trying, but... Poor little sapling. Did not survive. Vladimir's like, oh, Rick's around. Rick's around. Gonna go inside. I understand. I understand. Okay. Putting us up to, what, 74,300? Good stuff, good stuff. Okay. Let's go chat with old Vladimir. See what he has to say. I don't think I've been in his house before. Hey Vlad, what's going on? Nope, no snake oil being sold by me. Uh-huh. Wait, did you say a new leaf? That's interesting. Have I started anything new? I'm always starting new stuff. Or continuing old stuff. One of the two. Depends on the mood. Pippi we already talked to. It's good stuff. Don't need to keep checking rocks, because we already found our money rock of the day. Hey, Bubbles. That's a good word. Wicked little grin? I mean, that just, you know, my resting wicked face. I don't know. Oh? Just getting shown letters by everyone. My friend Bubbles, I passed through your town the other day, and it's quite darling. All the trees, those cute houses, and the fish in your river. Yummy. Maybe I should move in. From a traveling elephant. Uh-huh. Life is strange. Hey, Squirrel, welcome in. How's it going? Good to see me streaming? Yeah. Yeah, last week was rough, but back to streaming this week. How are you doing? How's your day going? And Poncho! Picture of health. I mean, I wouldn't exactly call myself a picture of health, but you do you. What's up? Ad yet? Oh yeah, Nook's having a sale on flooring. It's not going to be any flooring I need, but balloons. We get free balloons at sales, and mayhaps I'll get one of the balloons I still need. Fingers crossed. I hate when I'm looking for fossils and such, like, these little stars here, always, like, you know, as I'm, like, running away, I see them out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, wait, was there something buried there? Nope. Oh, weed. Finding weed on 420. Weird how that works. Okay. Just gotta take breaks sometime, yeah. Been good. Been good, or you're good doing lots of DIY. Good stuff, good stuff. How's that going for you? Okay. Let's see what Nook's got for us today. First of all, just to torture myself. Turnip prices. Okay, no, that's fine. Because I didn't buy turnips this week, which is why I was saying to torture myself. Because if all of a sudden it's like, you know, a really good price, it's going to be like, oh. Which I shouldn't be doing. But, well, I mean, no, it doesn't, because it really doesn't really bother me. And it is nice to at least, like, check turnip prices, even if I'm not, even if I didn't buy, just so I can, like, kind of build up an idea of the, like, patterns and such. It's always good. But let's see here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to check. That's what I wanted to check. Slow process. Have to paint a ceiling soon, and your neck is gonna... yeah, your neck is gonna hate... Yeah, I can definitely imagine. Never painted a ceiling before, but... That's yeah. Can definitely imagine. Okay. Not the flame umbrella, but hey, we still got a raffle ticket. Okay, let's see if we get anything good up here. Yesterday we did get a new piece of furniture from here. Nothing looking too promising today though, but let's check it all out. Traffic cone. I doubt that's something that I need. Nope. So, mostly we're just going to be buying all this stuff for the raffle tickets. Don't think there's anything here I'm actually needing, but maybe I'm wrong. Grass model. Grass. Nope. Yeah. And, train car model. I don't think I need that. Train. Nope. And next is the keg, which is what Nook was advertising in his daily letter, and yep, not something I need. And what is that, the retro? Is that the retro stereo? Ooh. Thank you for the follow, Curolin? Let me know if how your name's pronounced, if that's wrong. Let's see, retro stereo. Nope. Yeah, very much appreciated. And how's it going? Welcome on in. Hopefully you're having a good Tuesday. Had to think for a second. Thanks for streaming. No problem. Crawling. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. That actually makes sense. Cabin couch. Okay, so doesn't look like anything new for the catalog, but hey. Got the raffle tickets if nothing else. Raffle tickets are always good. And Aximan, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing? Now let's then check the clothing, but the clothing doesn't look particularly promising either. So starting off a number 67 shirt, which I'm pretty sure I don't need anything numbered. So we're pretty much just getting all this stuff for the raffle tickets. Sleepy as all get out, still working. Ah, yeah. I don't think I know. Have you ever mentioned to me what you do for work? And if you don't want to, don't mention it, obviously. I'm just curious. But, obviously, don't have to mention it if you don't want to. Okay, a spade shirt. Don't need that. Next is a number 1 shirt, which continues with the theme of me not needing anything numbered. Work at a non-profit, operations event stuff. Okay, sounds interesting. Major stuff coming up. Okay, yeah. So, the next one, is that the... oh... Pink Tartan? Yes! Not a handy for a catalog. And then last one is the Moody Blue shirt or tee or something. Moody Blue shirt. Yeah, so nothing new here. Sad to say, but you know, that's just the way it goes some days. And we know none of the wallpaper or carpets are anything we need, since the only stuff we need from that isn't available for purchase here. So we're just going to be... obviously we're still buying it for the raffle tickets, but don't need to check it against my lists, since it's just... since we already know we don't need it. Fingers crossed, though, end of the month, 31st, which... oh, didn't need to... whatever. We get some good raffle prizes that we actually need. That'd be the ideal situation, is if all 3 prizes in both towns are things I need. But we'll see how it goes. And we'll see how it goes. When is... 31st is... or 30th, I mean. Because it's April, right? April is 30 days. Next Friday, okay. So next Friday is the raffle. Good to know, good to know. Okay. Let's just finish grabbing all this stuff. Paid full time. Be gross the amount work you're doing for free. Oh, yeah. Okay. So... nothing new here at the store, but that's fine. Honestly, most days there isn't anything new. And we still have some other options for getting new stuff, hopefully. If we're lucky. Obviously, we still have the store in my other town, we have the dumps in both towns, we have the island, the lost and found, and just, you know, occasionally randomly getting something from a villager, or Gulliver washing ashore. There's a lot of options to potentially get something we need. Let's go drop these raffle tickets off. Hey Todd, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing? Okay. Keep at it for a bit. No worries. Much appreciate the lurk. Hopefully work goes as smoothly as possible. And fill up. Oh, yeah, this will fill up because it's 3 full sets. For anyone curious, that set I dropped on the ground there was a partial set, which is why I'm just dropping on the ground so that I can later on combine them with others to hopefully create a full set. I got New Super Mario Brothers Wii to work on your Wii U. Oh, nice, nice. Good stuff. You know why it wasn't working? And you, like, you know, solve the problem, or is it just it randomly started working and you're not sure why? Okay. Well, stationery we'll just grab. And what do we have for clothing? Just got homebrew to work. Okay, okay. Good stuff. Pretty sure that's clothing I've already got. Mint, yeah. So, nothing new at the dump. No worries, though. Oh, newer Super Mario Brothers Wii. No, actually, I don't know what that's referring to. I thought that was just a typo for New Super Mario Brothers Wii. My bad. Okay, Poncho we already talked to. Okay. It's a ROM hack. Okay, that's interesting. I have never played any ROM hacks of any game. Hey Lynx, welcome in. How are you doing? How's it going? Okay. Cobb, is Cobb around? Not in right now. Okay, so you're goodish. How about me? I'm doing decent. I'm doing good. Yeah. Here, Savannah. Savannah never really travels far from her house. She's always near her house. What's up? Sunny days always feel warm to you. Generally, yeah. Generally, sunny days. Probably played 50 plus Super Mario World and Super Mario 64 hacks. That's a decent chunk. Yeah. Wouldn't mind playing some someday. But at the moment I have so many like other games to play before even worrying about ROM hacks that It's not currently a priority. We've only found one fossil so far. You missed your chill Animal Crossing streams. Oh yeah. Have you not been streaming Animal Crossing lately? Ooh. Weed. Oh, well, there's another fossil at least. And thank you for that host links. Very much appreciated. And Todd as well. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, he's gonna say nothing about goings on yet, because we have the sale at Nook's tomorrow in Copper. So we don't have visitors like on the docket when there's gonna be a sale at Nook's. So we'll have to wait till after that tomorrow to find out the next visitor situation. They do have a lost item though. Anything good? Anything good mayhaps? Nah, just wallpaper. Okay. So then, let's see now. Played a new Jurassic World game last Friday. Really good, but miss having a slower pace game once a week. Ah, yeah. Which Jurassic World game would that be? I think I remember. I think I remember seeing a notification, because I think I have notifications turned on for your stream. And I think I remember seeing a notification with Jurassic, possibly Jurassic World, in it. Can't remember for sure though. But it was presumably either. Presumably it was at a time I wasn't able to watch for whatever reason. Either I was already in the middle of something, or... Well, I mean, middle of something, I was going to say, or I just didn't see the notification until later, but that also would mean I was in the middle of something. Okay. Okay. We've still only found... Oh no, we've found 3 fossils now, so that's not too bad. As we're crossing the river. That kind of makes sense. Wait, wait, wait. Ooh, that fossil. Almost didn't see that. Jurassic World Evolution Simulator. Oh, is that the, yeah, the you make your own Jurassic World game? Do I actually... One second. Do I own that one on Epic? Was that one of the... Yeah, I actually own that one on Epic, because it was one of the free games on Epic at one point. Okay, also we had seen everyone except for Cobb on the other side of the river. We haven't seen anyone from this side of the river yet. Yep, so good. Can't believe we didn't play it sooner. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I have no plans to play it in the immediate future. just because, like, I'm the person... Even though, like, the games are mostly... aren't really, like, connected, I'm a person that likes to play through series in order, so I kind of want to play, like, the earlier Jurassic Park games first. Even though this is a completely different game than most of the others, but... Start with the older Jurassic Park games and work my way forward. Ooh. Final fossil. Museum. 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 So we've found all our fossils. Found the money rock. Found the glowing spot. Okay, both of them I already talked to. And they're both kind of annoyed right now. But yeah, talk to. How are things? Your toils may turn. Oh! Oh, so you don't even need to check it daily. Rick, one as caring as you can be easily trusted with an axe that never breaks. May you use it to continue in your meticulous care for the environment of Trantor. Huh. I thought you had to actually, like, check daily, but I guess you just need to keep it perfect for 2 weeks, and as long as you check... I think you need to check at least once, like, to start off the counter, but after that, I guess you just need to then check in 2 weeks as long as you keep it. So that's cool. It's filled with my utmost gratitude for your efforts. Been playing hours of Super Mario Odyssey, practicing runs. You probably have had 20 practice runs by now. Oh, cool, cool. Alright, I got the golden axe. This won't ever break. Ha 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 ha. Played the Genesis Jurassic Park a few weeks ago. Finished Jurassic Park Trespasser on Monday. A lot of great, yeah. Yeah, the only one I've ever played is Jurassic Park for the Super Nintendo, back when I was a kid. Never got very far in it. Because I'm pretty sure I bought the game used, had it for a... Or no. Did I buy it or... I almost think I might have got it as a birthday gift or something. I can't remember, though. But I had it for a little while, and then I used it as trade value to get to get Pokemon back when I was a kid. But yeah. I mean, it takes more than just time zone to find people, generally. And, you know, everyone has their own level of what they are and are not comfortable with sharing on the internet. Everyone has to decide for themselves what level of privacy and such, what they are and are not open about. Like, with me, you know, I use, like, you know, my real name, but I don't mention, like, which city I live in and such. Generally don't mention what city I live in. I have mentioned it a few times to some people and such in some places, but generally I don't mention what city I live in. Okay. Yeah, you gotta be careful with the sales. But I'm fine with sales, because I only buy stuff I want anyway. April 21st, yep. Sales just for... Was it carpet or wallpaper? I keep forgetting, because either way I don't need it. If you talk, people will hear your accent anyway. I mean, yeah, but... At least in, you know, Canada and US, there's multiple time zones, so unless you have like a very like specific local accent, your accent's not gonna be less specific than the time zone here. Like, yeah, in the UK it's all one time zone, so it's accent's gonna, you know, be about just as thing. I mean, for me, I guess it depends. Like, if people know enough to recognize whatever hint of a Mennonite accent I have. But yeah. Canadians do definitely have... I mean, there's like the general Canadian accent, and then there's like more specific ones. Like, Newfoundland, for instance, has like a very like specific accent. Oh, I guess actually thinking about it, I was mentioning Mennonite accent. That wouldn't even specifically say like, you know, Manitoba or whatever, because there's Mennonites. Well, there's a lot of Mennonites in Manitoba. There's also a lot of Mennonites over in Ontario, in BC, probably other provinces as well, in various places in the States, other countries. But yeah. But the chances of a non-Mennonite even knowing to recognize a Mennonite accent. Quebec does, yeah. Regional accents in the UK, they're very specific, but you have to know... Yeah. Like... I know there's definitely, like, different accents in the UK. I mean, well, obviously, like, you know, certain ones, like, Scottish accent, obviously, but also even, like, with England itself, I know there's different accents. I couldn't tell you, you know, I couldn't tell you specifics on most of them, or anything, but... Yeah, okay, so that was Cupcake Nate. Still need Tiara Maple. We still haven't seen... Who was it? Cobb. But yeah. Well, here's Tiara. A tumbling club? What's tumbling? Sure. Okay. Like... Okay. So then we should have... Oh, well, here's Cobb. I mean, thinking straight is overrated. Okay. Ooh, two-piece... Ooh. Blue wardrobe. Blue wardrobe. Furniture. Blue bed, blue vase. Well, how much is he selling for? 3,000, sure. Someone who's familiar with the accent could tell you where you live, but otherwise you're safe. Ah, yeah. Yeah. And, like... Yeah. I'm also pretty open about the fact that I am Mennonite, so that's something that... Even if it was... Like, obviously... Like I said, Mennonites are all over, but... But yeah. But even without recognizing any accent, it was pretty easy to figure out that I'm Mennonite. No. I can buy both of those for my catalog for a lot less. Not spending that much. Like, you know, the 3,000 for, like, you know, the blue wardrobe is whatever. That's, like, just me being nice to Cobb. I'm not spending, like, 30,000 on something, though. Okay. Save a letter, because we have a letter from Freya. I think that's page 2. Ooh, might... Oh, no, yeah, it is page 2. Just barely, though. And then let's send out this mail, since didn't have anyone new move in today. Like, we had Maple move back here from Pretoris, but didn't have anyone, like, new move in. So no welcome letter for me to have to send out. Okay. Oh, I just realized something that I did forget to do. Items. Golden axe. Because that is new. So hey, we did make progress today already. No matter what else happens, we've made progress. And that is a good feeling. Yeah, fingers crossed we can get those, what is it, 2 balloons? Yeah, the blue balloon and the bunny pea balloon. Fingers crossed we can get both of those tomorrow. The sale. And I mean, I have at this point, what? 7 characters, so that's 7 balloons. 7 balloons I can get tomorrow, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. As we try and get our remaining whatchamahoozits. Okay, Nook, I need to sell 2 things to you. That and that axe. We no longer need a normal axe. Oh, I do want to check one thing quickly, just now before I forget. Okay, so the golden tools are not for sale. I didn't think so. Look at the axe in the picture when it like spins around. The axe head is essentially like paper thin, just folded into an axe head shape. That's interesting. Because there's something I'm curious about, but not enough to want to have to actually test, is if you can get the golden tools again if you get rid of them. Because, like, obviously the shovel you can get again. That I know. You can just get another one the same way you get, you know, get the first one. But the other golden tools, because you get them as, like, a reward for doing a thing, I'm not sure how that exactly works. Anyway, we're gonna head to the island right away. So let's go grab ourselves some cherries. 2 sets of cherries. Yeah, so also this Saturday is my 6-year streamiversary. 6 years since my very first stream, which is just absolutely redonkulous that I've been streaming for that long. Well, yeah, kind of. I didn't start regularly streaming until, like, you know, like almost a year later, but, because yeah, my first stream was, April 24th of, I guess 6 years ago would be 2015. But my second stream wasn't until, like, February 2016, so... But it's still that first stream that I celebrate, you know, my stream anniversary. So that's this Saturday. I don't know if I'm doing anything special for it. Like, Saturday's, you know, my Star Wars RPG stream, and Animal Crossing after, so planning to do that. Don't know if I would like to do something special for it to celebrate, but I have no ideas what. If anybody has any ideas, feel free to share. And I have some ideas for story stuff in the Star Wars RPG that kind of works as a semi-celebratory, I don't know, I have some, I don't want to say anything because of spoilers, but I have some ideas that kind of work into the Star Wars RPG session, but I love suggestions as well. And then another week after that, because that's this Saturday, April 24th, and then the following Saturday, May 1st, is 4 years since I became an affiliate on Twitch, which is also, you know, ridiculous that it's been 4 years since that I've been an affiliate, which is, around when the affiliate program was introduced, because it was like April when the affiliate program launched, and I became one in, like, on May 1st, so I probably got the affiliate invite on, like, right around the end of April, and then, like, last day or two of April, and then just, had to fill out all the whatever forms and whatnot. But, yeah, because I was one of the early... I wasn't, like, the very... Because, like, there was the very first... invites that went out, and then, like, over the following days there were more invites that went out, so I wasn't, like, in the very first set of invites, but very early on. Community game of some kind, never know what to do for mouses either. Yeah, and like I said, I am still doing, like, the Star Wars RPG, like, I'm still, like, doing my normal things of the Star Wars RPG and Animal Crossing, so I don't know that I want to add another, like, game on top of that. Just something to do, like, mixed in with that or something. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. We got some clothing here. And you know what? We're gonna... We want a bit of a border here in between, or like a space in between the clothing and the furniture, so we'll take up that one. This should work, I think. Okay. That's all good. All good in the neighborhood. Yeah. Might just do something with Star Wars RPG session, story-wise, to work something in. Like I said, I have some ideas, but... yeah. What I kind of would like to do, if, like, I could afford to take a week off of work, because of the fact that it's, like, the one Saturday and the next Saturday are both kind of like anniversaries of things with the stream, is do, like, a week long of special streams or something or whatever, but I can't afford to take a week off of work, so yeah. Baking stream? No. And I'm just gonna say no. You don't want me baking. I don't want me baking. That would also... that would also be very complicated for me to actually do, because I'd have Actually, no, yeah, because I'd have to set up my computer in the kitchen probably if I even wanted to stream that. And that could cause issues with the bad electrical setup we have here, because the outlet, at least one of the outlets in the kitchen, is connected to the same breaker as, like, the one that my roommate has his computer plugged into. And I know if he has his computer, and it's also the outlet that my space heater, when I have it in my room, is plugged into. Like, they're all in the same breaker. So I know if he has his computer running, and I have my space heater running, and we use in the kitchen either the, well, anything plugged into one outlet, which is like, what do we have plugged into there? The toaster oven or the electric kettle. That breaker just goes, which also is the lights. All our lights are also on that same breaker, so it happened twice where that happened. The first time it happened, we just were like, did the power go out? And then it's like, no, some stuff is still on. Just, you know, lights went out. My computer monitors went out. My computer was still on because that's in a different outlet than my monitors. The ones that my monitors are plugged into is the same outlet, but computer was still on. Just the monitors were off. TV was off. A bunch of other stuff was off, and before you knew it, you know, then we go check the breaker. Okay, the one breaker went out, and such. And then the second time it happened, we realized, oh, the first time it happened, yeah, he had the electric kettle going. The second time it happened, I had the toaster oven go, and then we realized, oh, you know, because it was the one outlet, there were the outlets that my monitors and then also my space heater plugged into, and then his computer, the one that his computer was plugged into, which he only recently got his computer, which is why, you know, it wasn't an issue before, but now we have to be careful about that. Anyway, I just need to go through this dialogue and then swap over the cables so we can continue with the island stuff. Just give me a moment to swap the cables. But yeah, I don't know quite, I don't know how old this house is, but it's old enough that the electrical isn't, like, exactly up to what you would want these days. It's, you know, not as old as my parents' house, though. My parents' house, I think they actually got their electrical, their wiring and everything redone a few years back, because I think there was something with, like, where there was some water damage, so then that had to be fixed, and then because that was getting fixed, you know, they had to have the whole place, like, looked over, and then it was like, oh yeah, the electrical needs to be, like, completely redone and such, because, you know, my parents' place, I'm trying to think how, I don't know how old it is, I just know it's old. 30s? I don't know if it's quite that old. Maybe.
Yeah, it might be 30s, actually.
Okay. My roommate says he thinks my parents' house is from the 30s.
30s, 40s, maybe, yeah. Probably had renovations.
Oh, it's definitely had renovations. But yeah. Yeah. Because I do remember that on, like, outside the porch where there, like, there's somewhere where there has a date, but I can't remember what it is, because, you know, moved with my parents like over a decade ago, and I mean, lately I haven't been going there, but you know, used to go there. Saying hello to my roommate. He actually just left. He had just got out of the shower and such, and now he's off. So just as he was like getting ready to leave, he heard me mentioning that. But yeah. Yeah. He's actually been on stream. Well, I mean, there's been a couple times where he's like just said something or come onto like camera for a little bit or whatever, but he has actually joined me on stream, I want to say twice. He was in that very first stream I did, because the very first stream I did was also an RPG stream, although it wasn't the Star Wars RPG, it was an Atomic Robo RPG. Atomic Robo being a comic book that I'm a fan of that also has an RPG game. So yeah, my very first stream was in Atomic Robo RPG, which I only ever did the one session of. I planned to continue it, and then just scheduling and such didn't work out. But yeah, he was in that, where he was playing a character who thought he was a Jedi. Because, you know, within the Atomic Robo RPG, Atomic Robo was a series set in, like, you know, present day and everything. In Atomic Robo, Star Wars exists, so his character thought he was a Jedi. And did have Jedi-ish powers, so... What? He just came back inside, he said he was a Jedi. But yeah, we only ever did the one session, but he was there, he joined me for that. He was one of the players for that, and then he also joined me one time playing Super Mario World. So, yeah. Plus, like I said, he's occasionally come, like, into the room and just been on, like, just, you know, like, said something, been on camera a little bit, waved or something. Okay. Good time. Yeah. It was a fun one, because it was like, yeah, his character who thought he was a Jedi, and had powers to, you know, seem to indicate it. We had another character who thought he was Ra, Egyptian god, right? That was Andrew. Yeah, that was Andrew's backstory. Well, actually, I just realized I'm not gonna be able to get that one because of. Just realized I'm not gonna be able to get this because of the. She has to go at the angle, and the tree is in the way there. Okay, and my brother Evan had a character who was a mad scientist. I can't remember what was actually revealed of David's character. I know David's character. I remember David's character's backstory, but that wasn't something that actually came up in the session and such. And on the off chance we ever do actually get back to it, I don't want to spoil that. But yeah, probably not getting back to that. That was 6 years ago. But you know, you never know. You never know what might happen. Oh, and my other brother was also actually in that session. Can't remember his character, though. And he wouldn't have been coming back had it continued, because he actually told me he wasn't interested in continuing with that. But, yeah. Okay. Oh, I think she already got that one, didn't she? Yes, okay. See, that's what happens when Flossie goes digging up the wrong spots. It throws off, like, my whole routine. Anyone in chat have any experience with any tabletop RPGs? Cause yeah, my main experience, like I said, because the one session of the Atomic Robo RPG, that's the only time I ever played that one. Either that was as a GM, never played it as a player, which is unfortunate because that's honestly a game that I think I would I would enjoy playing as a player, but I don't know that it was the best RPG for me to be the GM of. Of course, played a lot of the Star Wars RPG, both the West End games, the one that play on stream, which is also the one I played the most off. I played the most off stream. Also played the one by Fantasy Flight a decent chunk, and the one by Wizard of the Coast I played a handful of times. Played a bit of D&D, a bit of Pathfinder. Played a decent chunk of one of the Marvel Comics RPGs, which I would love to play again. And then a little bit of a few others, like I think I played a Warhammer RPG at some point. Only one session though. Nope. And oh, another fun one that I played was oh, what's it called? Fiasco. That's one that's much more like focused just on the narrative and is very light on the actual rules, but it's also one that's basically a one-shot. It's not like for an ongoing game. Because Fiasco, it's basically a fiasco. You have like different games with the different setups or whatever, and it can work with pretty much any kind of like setup or whatever. Like the one we played was a very like fantasy, like D&D-esque story, kind of. Well, it was basically, but yeah, it's very much about everything going wrong type thing, and then making like an interesting story out of that type of thing. Because the one we played, actually, the story was that it started out with us being like a band of adventuring heroes that had just defeated some dragon and like recovered the treasures from the dragon had taken from this like town, and that's where we started off. And then it was just like from there where we're like, well, why don't we just keep this treasure for ourselves? Or like, why do we need to give it back? And we all had our own goals and stuff we were working towards. And then, of course, everything just goes wrong in the most hilarious way. Well, I mean, some stuff went wrong. Some stuff actually went not wrong. Like, my character ended up actually becoming, in the short term, it actually worked out really good for my character. My character ended up becoming the mayor of the town by basically I think my character offered the current mayor a large, like, a portion of the treasure to just, make my character the new mayor. I think that's what had happened. Yes, yeah, because my character and a few of the other characters had gone to the mayor. Oh, one of the other characters was trying to manipulate my character into killing the mayor to, in order so that we could just take over the town. My character, who was a bit of a drunk, didn't want to have to put down his drink to, grab it, take out his sword. So he basically was just like, hey, what if I give you, like, a chunk of the treasure and you just, like, let me be mayor? And he's like, yeah, okay. But yeah. Eventually, though, and apparently, actually, though, like, because basically you play the game, whatever, you have, like, the different interactions and see how it goes. And then at the end of the game, what you do is you have, like, these dice you've built up by, like, how your interactions go and such. Because basically after the way it works, after each interaction, the other characters each decide, or the other players each decide whether, like, you came out on top of the interaction or the other person came out on top. And whoever, like, if you come out on top, what you do is you get the good dice, the good die, and if you didn't, you get the bad die. And then at the end of the game, what happens is you roll all of your good and bad die that you built up, and then it basically is dependent on, I can't remember exactly how it works, but in part depending on what you get with each of them, but also then on the difference. There's a thing where, like, you know, I can't remember exactly how it works, but there's a thing where there's a number of smaller good or bad things that, you know, you have to describe having happened to you. But then there's your ultimate fate, which is good or bad, depending on how the roll went and such. And whatever. So my character had, like, a couple of good things and, like, one bad thing, but then the overall was bad. So, like, it was like, okay, my character actually, you know, ended up becoming a good mayor, and, you know, managed to overcome, managed to stop drinking and all that, started a family, had a nice life, and then the ultimate bad thing was, the town, there was this, like, weird, like, blob creature thing in the story that was involved in, like, one of the other players' stories or whatever, and so my ultimate bad thing was that thing basically came back and absorbed the whole town, and the town and everyone in it into itself, and such. But we were still aware. We were still conscious, just and unable to do anything. But yeah. And there's all sorts of different, like, because you can play, like I saw, first time I ever heard of the game was on the Geek and Sundry YouTube show Tabletop, like Will Wheaton's show, if you ever heard of it. And they were doing, like, a, I want to say, like, a 1950s, like, Las Vegas story type thing with it and such. It's also funny because, like, it's a game where nobody's supposed to win. You know, it's all about, like, you know, the humor and such. But in that tabletop game, one of the players very much managed to win. Yeah. It's definitely a fun one. That's definitely one I wouldn't mind playing on stream sometime, is like doing a one-shot or something someday. I mean, there's so many games I'd like to play on stream. So many games, so little time. Did we already do this one? No. Awesome. Okay, I think we're done with the Game Boy Advance stuff. Give me a moment to swap the cables back. Ugh. Also, why does my arm randomly hurt? Right here. I don't know why. It's because I'm getting old. The older you get, the more you're randomly in pain and you don't know why. Okay. Shoulders are a bit sore too, but that makes a bit more sense. Okay, let's go grab some more cherries and then head back to the island. Can't wait till we get all of our golden tools. We're just missing the net and the fishing rod. Both of which we should get in September, so that's still like a few months away, but slowly getting closer. I mean, what are we at? April, May, June, July, August, September. 5 months, although not even really, because, you know, we're like 2/3 of the way through April, so like 4 1/3 months, really. Okay. In general, actually talking about tabletop games, there's a lot more tabletop games I would love to play on stream. Hey QJ, I'm doing pretty good. Yourself? Welcome on in. How are you doing? Yeah, there's a lot of tabletop games I'd like to play on stream. The thing is, obviously, things like board games or card games are a bit more complicated to play on stream, because like tabletop RPGs, it's fine to play like, you know, online on like in a Discord call or whatever. Board games, card games, either you need to be playing with people locally, in which case you also need to have a setup where you can do that. Playing online, you need to either use a digital version of the game, which not all of them have, or use something like Tabletop Simulator. Yeah, we're talking a bit about tabletop games. Yeah. Because how do we get onto that topic? Oh, I guess because like I do have a Star Wars tabletop RPG I run every Saturday on here. Well, pretty much every Saturday. I mean, I canceled last Saturday, but generally Saturday. And then my first ever stream was this Atomic Robo RPG that I played, which I streamed April 24th, 2015, aka 6 years ago from this Saturday. Thus, Saturday is my 6-year stream anniversary and such. I'll do some D&D, but it's difficult to play most board games online. Yeah, that it is. And like, I definitely want to be, and obviously, like, there's always the possibility of, like, having, well, I guess just right now, because of, current situation, it's difficult for me to just, like, have friends over to be playing board games or whatever and such. Also, I would need to figure out a setup for if I streaming board games, I need to figure out a setup that would work. Because it wouldn't really have room in here. So then I would need a still, just like the issue with the baking stream mentioned earlier, I need to bring my computer out of my room. Which wouldn't be ideal, but yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's see what we've got. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Couple bags that are 1,000, the rest are 100, but we still have a few more bags to pick up. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. What I'd really like to do these days is have an RPG that I'm in as a player. Like, I love running the Star Wars RPG, but it's a very different experience being, you know, the game master / dungeon master, depending on the type of game, or some games that have even other terms for the person running the game, and just being a player and such. You know, running the game is definitely fun, but being just a player is fun as well. And it's just, you know, as a person running the game, obviously you need to be a lot more aware of all the rules and everything going on. As a player, you can kind of just concentrate on yourself and what you're doing, and thus it makes it a bit, like, easier. Don't think you know someone who has a good DM style, though? Ah, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's the thing. Every, like, DM / GM / whatever has their own style and such, and a lot of, you know, different styles are good. It just depends on what everyone's looking for and such. Okay, surfboard. Pretty sure we already got that. Yes. You got a super toilet, though. We need that. Like... Mario's Woods we've already got. And that's the thing, like, different games are going to be different. And even, like, 2 copies of Wario's Woods in a row. Even with, like, sometimes just, like, the same DM, but... or GM, but in different games will have a different style, just depending on the type of game. Because, like, me running the Star Wars RPG compared to like when I ran the Atomic Robo RPG that one time was a bit different. If I would ever run the Marvel RPG that I played, that is also its own, like... Oh, of course this is Surfboard. So this was the one we weren't able to change. Got to cut down that tree, probably. 3 Wario's Woods, and we're only on the 2nd row. Oof, this is gonna be a rough one. Mostly just Wario's Woods and baseball. Ooh, green... Wait... Green lamp? No, green dresser is what I need, and a green pipe. Not a green lamp. Got briefly excited there. Chalkboard? Mayhaps? Mayhaps? Mayhaps not. Okay. Yeah, because different GMs and DMs and such, a lot of different things like that they bring to a game, because some are like more focused on the rules, some are more focused on the story. It's all about figuring out what you like. Whenever I try to play other tabletop RPGs other than D&D, I very much recommend that, like Conan or that Roman one. Not familiar with what you mean by the Roman one. Conan, I mean, I'm aware of Conan the Barbarian and such. Not specifically aware of, like, Conan RPG, but definitely sounds like it would be cool. Yeah, my main... As I was saying earlier, like, my main thing is Star Wars RPGs. That's what I'm most familiar with. Played a Marvel one, played an Atomic Robo one, have played some D&D, some Pathfinder, and a few other random ones. Breaker. Yeah. And yeah, and definitely when I'm running a game, I think I prefer like licensed universes or whatever, like where... Ooh, cabin clock, that's new. Awesome. Like Star Wars or Marvel, something where like I already have, where there's already a pre-existing world and specifically a world that I'm familiar with, because that way it allows me to like have just for running the game, or even as a player as well, but it gives me like kind of an instant entry point as far as like knowledge and such. The established canon, exactly. Because like with my Star Wars RPG, like with running it, it's set in the old canon, like like what's now called Legends and such, with the old expanded universe and such. And like, yes, a lot of the time I do just kind of do my own thing, but there's always like my knowledge, you know, there are times where the players go to like Tatooine or Coruscant or Corellia, or where they actually went to Alderaan just like very shortly before it blew up, to the point where after they dropped out of hyperspace and contacted, you know, the Rebel, you know, their commanding officer in the Rebel Alliance, it was just like, well, thank God you're still alive. After what happened to Alderaan, we weren't sure. And they're like, especially because one of my players hasn't actually watched the Star Wars movie, so it's just like, what happened to Alderaan? It's like, the Empire has some new weapon called the Death Star. And such, because that was the thing, when I started the Star Wars RPG, it was set like, I was saying it was set about a year before Episode 4, the original Star Wars. And then, so after a year of playing, I'm like, you know, to celebrate playing it for a year, I decided to go and tie into Episode 4 and do some stuff with the Death Star. but like in a way that worked around and with what happens in Star Wars and not like contradicting anything or whatever. And yeah, so like while there's like the story going on of like you know, Luke and them going and destroying the Death Star, at the same time we had, well, because I did a two-part set, because yeah, the Alderaan thing was kind of like kind of a almost like a prequel, kind of like, it was like prelude, I should say, because it was, what was that again? Where the painting, it was I did that right before the two, like, to like celebrate the celebrate the 1 year thing or whatever. During the 1 year thing, I did like 2 sessions. One that had a team that had to go aboard the Death Star when it was coming towards Yavin 4 in order to get some rebels off before the Death Star was hopefully destroyed. And then another session where the Empire had been sending a team to Yavin 4 ahead of them destroying that, and my team had to stop it or whatever. So yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. I like doing that kind of stuff to tie in like that. Like also with the Marvel RPG that I used to play. Okay, switching to mobile. No worries. Let me know when you've switched over. And finally, picnic table. Oh wait, picnic table? No, I probably don't know. I don't need that. But hey, we did get at least one new piece of furniture in there, so that's something. Every little bit counts. Let's check out the clothing now. See if we can't get anything anything new clothing-wise. Number 2 shirt, not off to a great start. But, you know. Fishbone shirt, I think, no. It's fish knit that we need. Rally shirt, no. Haven't seen one of those in a while, though, I don't think. Another fishbone. 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 Have you any fish bones? Prism. Okay. Nebula shirt. A heart shirt. Yodel shirt. Yodelay-hoo-hoo. Caveman tunic. Hate that when you're at just like a slightly wrong angle and then it doesn't let you bury the thing. Circus shirt. Skull shirt. To wear to Skull Island. So nothing in the first row. Now onto the second row. I said we're on to the second row. the other thing, when you're just at like the slightly wrong angle and you dig up the wrong spot. Ooh, gaudy sweater. Probably don't need it. No. But at least that's one that we don't see too often. Flossie. Oh. Try to be. Oh. Trying to dig stuff up here. Chi-Chi print. I always wonder if I should try this on the other the island of my other town. I wonder if that would get me like different stuff. Number 4 shirt. Definitely be an interesting experiment. Rally shirt, I think we already got one of those today. Don't know that I want to be doing island trips in 2 different towns, though. Flame shirt. I was gonna say, ooh, I need, no, I need the flame umbrella, not the flame shirt. The flame shirt I get fairly frequently. It's kind of funny, like, flame shirt I get all the time. Flame umbrella is, meanwhile, the only umbrella I still need. Although it is nice so that there's only one umbrella I still need. Like, you know, nothing else. We've made good progress on that. What time's it? 4:37. Oh. My phone. Okay. Okay, I'll probably be in the next 10-ish minutes, give or take. I'll be going on a short break. When my mom drops off some supper for me. And yeah. Another Yodel shirt. Club shirt. Going to the club. Doing all the club stuff. What is the club stuff? I don't actually go to the club. I don't know. I'm not cool and hip like that. I am snappy, though. Snappy enough for a snappy print. Okay. Almost done the second row. Puzzling shirt, but what's so puzzling about it? What indeed? A Jade check print. Get Jade to check the print. Make sure it's a good print. Who is Jade and why is she checking the print? What print are we talking about here? A lovely shirt. I'm sure it's positively lovely. Just absolutely stunning. Prism shirt. Prism. Another flame shirt. Like a moth to a flame. Cherry shirt. Cherry. Brola. One of my Star Wars RPG players. Cherry Brola. Every time I see the cherry shirt, I think of him. You are here shirt, but where is here? Where are really any of us? Here, there, everywhere. A new spring shirt, but not new for us. I don't need new, I need noodle. Noodle shirt. The noodle shirt is what I need. Ooh, a future shirt. Pretty sure I got that before though as well. A star shirt. Are the shirts I get from this dependent, at least in part, on the weather? I should go back and look at, like... I'm not going to, because that would take a long time, but I also want to look back at, like, VODs of... and, like, compare what shirts I get when it's, like, raining compared to when it's not. Or, like, snowing, I guess, for winter and such. I do have all the, like... I do have the VODs going back, so I could, like, check. Is definitely a possibility. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer true. I haven't got a new shirt out in a while. How about you? Another snappy print. Almost on the third row. Fresh shirt. This island is fresh out of new clothing. Okay, on to the final row. Will our luck change or will it stay constant? Pop bloom. Does pop bloom like soda pop? What would that even mean? BB shirt, unless it stands for Big Bros shirt. No, thank you. Lemon, lemon, lemon. Lemony fresh. Gray? Don't think I need gray. Yeah, I need grass. I need a grass shirt. That's from Gracie. And we're not getting a Gracie shirt from this. There's a heck of a lot of like standard shirts we're not even seeming to get from this, let alone the Gracie stuff. Red bar shirt. It is why I am looking forward to once we reach summer, and then we at least get new seasonal stuff, even if we still have the issue with like the rare stuff, because at least then we'll be making some level of progress. Fresh shirt. Did I already get one of those today? I think so. Okay, final piece of clothing. Is it going to be new or not? Probably not. Eh. My future is just getting more and more clothing repeats. Yes, return to Trantor. Okay, so nothing new. No problem. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Okay. Interesting. Nothing really relevant, I just noticed something weird. Okay. So now just thinking. Thinking as I do. Oh, I should see actually how my poll's doing on Twitter. Because I beat Kirby's Avalanche yesterday, so I'm currently doing a poll on Twitter to determine the next game I work on beating on Mondays. Okay, yeah. No change since I last checked. But I'm very good with what's currently winning. In case anybody wants to go and vote my poll, there is a link to my Twitter. Oh, and I just noticed Oh no, actually just posted. Okay. One of the get famous. Oh, another. Ooh, we're having a lot of. Oh. Just a bunch of those bots asking about getting famous. Come on, bots. If I wanted to be getting famous, well, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting famous. Not so much for the fame, just, you know, makes it easier to, you know, easier to stream full time if I was, you know, famous. Okay, but you know, I want to do that, you know, through ways that actually work. Buying followers does not work. And yeah, haven't had that. Like, after the second one I was gonna say, oh yeah, they're traveling in pairs, which they often do, but that was like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of those get famous bots. I don't think I've seen that many. Cessus! With that raid, welcome in everyone. That is a lot of people. Hello, hello everyone. How's it going? How was the rest of your stream, Cessus? Cessus died 5 times in Stardew. Huh. How do you die in Stardew? Welcome on in, everyone. And thank you for the follow, Chill Chris. Very much appreciated. But yeah, thank you for that raid. Anybody isn't already following Cessus, like, what are you even doing with your life? As soon as I remember how to spell shoutout, you should definitely go follow Cessus. Awesome person, awesome streamer, good friend of mine, and yeah. Sorry you didn't say hi to me? Like, when I was in your stream earlier, you did say hi to me. I think you said hi to me. But yeah, but welcome in, everyone. How was the stream? The rest of the stream. I was only there for a bit. And yeah. For anyone that doesn't know me, I'm Eric Barkman, variety streamer here on Twitch. From being from Cessus stream, some of you may know me as Cessus Chair. Yeah, playing some Animal Crossing at the moment. And yeah, read your message and remember if you actually said hi, then remember hours later. Oh yeah. But no, you did say, like, I think when I first said, like, my customary, like, you know, hey Cessus and everyone in chat, I don't think you responded to that, but then, like, I asked about technical difficulties and you said, hi Eric, yeah, there's technical difficulties or something like that, or whatever. Yes, I'm Cessus Chair. And I just hate to do this right after a massive raid like that, but I actually have to go on break right now, because I just got a text from my mom that she is on her way to drop off some food. But I just need to quickly respond, and yeah. So yeah, I'll be back in 10-ish minutes. 10-15 minutes, depending on exactly how long it takes me to eat and such, and, you know, if I talk with my mom at all, but yeah, well, I mean, obviously I'll talk with her a bit, but Yeah. But thanks again for the raid, and yeah, I'll be back in a bit, and I'll just leave Animal Crossing up so you can enjoy the nice Animal Crossing music, and I'll be back in a bit. Hello, hello, hello. I am back. So I saw somebody mention, some people mentioning stuff about balloons going by. And, yeah, balloons are indeed in this game. I take it I missed one while I was gone. And, yeah. Which is too bad, because... Oh, thank you for the follow, Silly Soup. Also, did I miss any follows while I was on break? Don't think so. But, yeah. Yeah, because balloons often contain stuff that, or can contain stuff that's a bit more rare. And since I'm working on 100%ing this game, i.e. complete catalog, complete museum, a few other things and such, you know, getting the rarer stuff is definitely something that I would like, but I mean, whatever. Good chance, decent chance that whatever was in the balloon was something I already have, but yeah. Purple one, oh yeah. Well, you can see the numbers below me, what I'm at for various different things. See, everything from furniture up till music is like the catalog stuff. Villagers, I'm trying to get every villager to live in my town at some point. Then fish and insects, of course, that's for catching them, but also like goes with the museum. And NES games, I also want to, that's not for collecting them, because collecting them, the NES games, goes into furniture, but I want to actually, like, complete the NES games as well within here. Villager photos are not a thing in this Animal Crossing. I don't know which one they were introduced in, because I haven't played any of the later games, other than Pocket Camp, but, like, I haven't played any of the main games, other than this one. So I don't know when they were introduced, but they weren't introduced in this game. Okay, so I want another peach tree in this acre. Just trying to figure out where I want it. Do I want to try another one over here somewhere, I think maybe? I keep failing on the other side of the river. Might as well try over here. Probably DS or Wii. I mean, if they were introduced in one of them, it was probably the DS game, Wild World, because Wild World and was the Wii one, City Folk, were both very similar, so they're probably in both of them or neither of them. I'm pretty sure they are in New Leaf, though. Like I said, I haven't played it, but that definitely seems familiar. But yeah. And, what am I doing now? Going to go... I'll sell these other two peaches, just to get them out of my inventory. Yeah, that makes sense. So you'd be like, why do I only have 2 things of stationery? But that makes sense. And we're going to be traveling over to my secondary town in just a bit. Just need to first clear out my inventory. I think the game audio is a little out of sync. Just give me 1 second. Okay, if it was, that should have fixed it. All the fossils and gyroids. Well, fossils, you just keep going at it. Try and find at least 3 per day and send them in, and it's just like, you know, random. Gyroids, I took advantage of the island. If you're not familiar with the island, you get there by having a Game Boy Advance connected to your to the GameCube, and basically something you can do there is you can bury things like gyroids or furniture or clothing, wallpaper, or carpets, and then what you do is you transfer to the island to your Game Boy Advance, and you get your islander to dig the thing up, and then they'll replace it with another. They'll replace furniture with other furniture, gyroids with other gyroids, clothing with other clothing, wallpaper with other wallpaper, carpets with other carpets, and so doing that, you can keep getting. You can keep getting. You can get. Well, you can keep trying to get new stuff, and that's how I managed to get all of my gyroids already and such. But yeah, and yeah, because the gyroids especially, it works with any gyroids to do that. You can get any gyroids like that. Clothing and the other things like clothing, furniture, carpets, and wallpaper. Those won't work. Like, you won't be able to get everything from it. Like, you won't be able to get anything that you would get from a holiday. You won't be able to get anything that you would get from any carpet you would get from Sahara, wallpaper from Wendell, or clothing from Gracie and such. Also, clothing, you can see I'm currently at 164 or 247, and it's been a while since I got any new clothing using the island method. Part of that is because certain clothing is seasonal dependent. I think some of it is also just some of the clothing is just rare, so the more rare clothing, I think I could still get with the island currently. It's just low chance of it. I have not played Amiibo Festival. No. And basically the only thing I know about it is that a lot of people hated it, but at least one person I know said that going back to it now actually wasn't too bad. It's just the reason a lot of people hated it is because they wanted a new, main Animal Crossing, and they got something else. Ooh, if anybody has a request for what they want me to draw on Blanket's face, please suggest it now, because we gotta draw a face now. But yeah. Yeah, I heard that a lot of people didn't like it. Yeah, I think it's a big part of it is because people wanted a new main game, and then Nintendo released Amiibo Festival. So it's kind of like it's not the game's fault that people didn't like it, it's because they wanted something else. Which, that's just the way it goes sometimes. Okay. Okay, and if no one has a request, I'll just do my standard. What I normally do is, if nobody has a request, is just make a random globe. Get the blue ocean, and then just some random land masses and such. And anybody wants to create that in Civilization and play a nice Civ. Nice. That's actually what that reminds me of every time. Or not every time, but just like the random maps in Civilization. Okay. Alright, some of you, when I was depositing money in my account, might have noticed I had like 37 million bells in my account. I also have a lot of money not in my account because my inventory is only so big and I can only bring back so much money at a time. Because this was from 2 weeks ago where I had bought a lot of turnips in my main town and sold them here at a massive profit. And yeah. Yep. Oh, actually, before I do anything else, I should quickly check if there's anything on here. Nook's portrait of one of the 5 acres. Yeah, I found that yesterday. Yep. Yeah, because it was, 2 weeks ago, yeah, on a Sunday where I had bought them when they were like, I think it was, in my main town they were like, they were selling for 60 or 70 some. And then in this town they had been, like, Joan was selling them for like 100, about 130. I think it was I can't remember the exact number, it was around 130. And in this game, you know, there's kind of like the patterns, but there's always the chance that one random day Nook will be buying them for exactly 8 times what Joan was selling them for. And I got that in this town on the Monday, which was just over 1,000 bells per turnip. And I spent like a little over 2 million bells on turnips, so that was a massive return. Always use cheats. See, the only thing I'm cheating is the system. Taking advantage of it. So just out of curiosity, I didn't buy turnips yesterday, but if I had... Okay, not yesterday, 2 days ago, I mean. So 91, nothing special there. Okay, pretty sure I don't need this, because I need a flame umbrella, but just, yeah. We're gonna buy it anyway, because I'll always buy out anything at Nook's that will get me a raffle ticket, just so I can get, you know, get raffle tickets to get prizes from the raffle at the end of the month. But I also like to check off whether or not I get anything new. Nothing too promising here, but maybe there's something new in here. Corn plant, I don't think that's new. Corn. Need a cornucopia, but not corn plant. So, pretty sure all this, most if not all of this, I'm just buying for the raffle tickets. Elephant slide. I don't think I need any. Oh no, I do need a couple things starting with the letter E for furniture. The elephant slide is not one of them. And then we have a green something. Green counter? Yeah. You need a green dresser and a green pipe, not a green counter. Ask you for the code and you get free money. Ah, yeah. I'm only gonna be using the codes for the furniture that you can only get with the codes. So like the Mario series, and I think a few other random things. Anything that I can get without using universal codes and such, I will be getting. Including, like, money. I'm getting just, like, through fully... I don't want to say legit ways, because, like, you know, I have no problem with people using codes or whatever with them playing. It's just not the way I'm choosing to play. The raffle's rigged. I mean, I always win all the raffle prizes, because I have a ridiculous amount of raffle tickets. But the main question is, how many of the raffle prizes do I actually need? That's my main issue. Like last month, like at the end of last month, where I won all 6 prizes, like 3 in each town, 6 total, but only, I think, 1 from each town was actually something that I didn't have yet. Retro TV. So yeah, nothing new furniture-wise. That's fine. We already got 1 piece of new furniture today, which, at this point in the game, like, even 1 new piece of furniture per day is nice. So let's check the clothing. I wonder, do I need the fortune shirt? It's not like I'm currently wearing one. Then next up we have a 4-ball shirt, which I also already got. And then next is, whatchamacallit, the red check shirt. No, I need something red. I don't think it's the red check shirt, though. No, I need a red scale shirt. And the next one is, I think, the red grid shirt. 2 red shirts in a row. Wait. Is that the last one also a red one? Yeah, red grid shirt. And, my inventory still have room for 1 more. Yes. Yep, red tie-dye. This one I always forget that this is the red tie-dye, because it doesn't look red to me. It looks more like it's pink, maybe? Well. But yeah, so nothing new here at this Nooks, but that's fine. Like I said, we got 1 new piece of furniture over on the island. We got, well, we got the golden shovel today, or golden, not shovel, golden axe today, which is new. So, we got 2 new things already. And then I'll just go back to my normal percentage list. Let's sell all that back to y'all. Clear out my inventory, other than the raffle tickets. And we'll buy all the carpets and wallpapers. Those, though, I don't need to check against my list, because those, I already know I have all of these, because the only wallpapers and carpets I'm missing are ones that don't get sold at the store. So, like, for wallpaper, I'm still missing some from Wendell. And then for both of them, I'm still missing some from Holidays, and 1 each that is via Universal Code and such. Yeah, I do have all the carpets from Sahara, though, as well as, like, everything that would be all the standard ones. Because Sahara is much easier to get what you need from than Wendell. Wendell's a lot more random. Unless there's some way of, like... I have theorized that what kind of fish you give Wendell might impact what kind of wallpaper he gives you. Like obviously it's not, like, I don't think it's this fish will give you this wallpaper, but I think it's like, this fish will, like, different fish will have different odds on what wallpaper you get. It's a theory of mine, but I have no idea how I would, like, even, figure that out, for sure. If anybody does know anything, feel free to let me know. I'm always up for, any tips or tricks regarding this game that I'm not already aware of. Like, I'm definitely one of the more knowledgeable people on this Animal Crossing. Like, know a lot of stuff, but with this game, not much. No worries. Yeah. Like, other than probably, like, people that speedrun this game, I'm probably one of the more knowledgeable people on general mechanics of this game. Not so much glitches. I'm not really like I know that there are glitches in this game. I'm not really super familiar with those though, and such. But yeah. How do you? What do you mean? How do I solve the code items? It's been a long time since you played this game. It's been a long time since a lot of people play this game. Like, one of the comments that I get a lot is, "Man, I miss this game." And it's like get them with codes. Like I was saying earlier, any of the games that are you need to use a code to get, I will use a code for. But for anything that you can get in other methods, like non-cheating methods, like basically if you get it within the game through standard methods, I'll do that first. If you can't, then I'll use a code. For the two that you can't, for the stuff that, you know, for the other stuff, for like the stuff that's e-reader cards, I'll do that. And for the two that there's no known way to get them other than a cheat device, we'll see what I end up doing with those. Because there's two NES games, Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Brothers, that they never actually released a way to get them. So the only way to get them is using like an action replay. But yeah. Oh yeah, Red is coming on Saturday, yes. Oh. And do you have anything lost? No, nothing lost. Now, there is somebody that I know in the past was working on trying to figure out how to make e-reader cards, like ones that you would print yourself, that that would allow you to get those two NES games. Now, last message I saw on that was, I think, even like from a couple of years ago on GameFAQs, but the thing is, looking at GameFAQs, like, this person would like post a message about this every couple of years and their progress. So I'm always hoping that that person will eventually figure it out. And again, I would only use like my own printed e-reader cards for those two specific games that don't otherwise have a method. Like, I wouldn't print out stuff for other things, but I would for those two. Get any of the 3 secret songs? Not yet. Music. Not yet. You can see them there on my music list. Right at the bottom is KK song I Love You in 2 days ago. Because those are only by request, what I'm doing is I'm going to be getting... I want to get all of the others first, just by being like no request, and like him, because as long as you just talk to the KK Slider in your own town, he'll always play a song for you that he hasn't played for you before until he's gone through all of them. So I'm going to go through all of them, get each of them every Saturday, week by week, and then once I've got all of the non-request ones, I'm going to get the 3 request-only ones. Is my plan. For getting the additional villagers... What do you mean, additional villagers? If you mean like e-reader cards, there's not anything like that in this game with getting villagers via e-reader cards. There are 218 villagers, and all of them are just like you can get through normal. You just get them from them moving in or whatever. Okay, I think I'm done here. So let me just grab e-reader. Yeah, there's no villagers you get via e-reader card. I think the DS one, Wild World, had some villagers you could get via... think going somewhere where they had like, you know, like a download station type thing. So that was like a secret villager thing, but that was a Wild World. There wasn't anything like that for the GameCube game. It's possible there was something in the Japanese version, like Animal Crossing Forest E Plus or whatever, like the second Japanese version that added in the e-reader support. Because in Japan there were like 3 versions of this game. There was the original version on the N64, then there was the first GameCube version, then was when it got released internationally and they added in e-reader support as well as like other Game Boy Advance connectivity. And then they released another Japanese version that added in the e-reader stuff as well as made some other changes. And that might have had something like that. I could be wrong though. I don't know for certain. Haven't really looked too much into the specifics of what's all different between North American Japanese version, because I mean, I'm not playing the Japanese version, so it's not really too relevant to me. But yeah. It would be interesting to like eventually play like the Japanese versions, especially like on the N64. Just seeing how it goes on the N64. That's something that's like, you know, really makes sense once you realize that this game was originally for the N64, when you think about like the graphics of this game, because like this is not GameCube level graphics. This like graphics, like while this game got changes from the N64 version, graphics are like, you know, pretty much unchanged. And that's, yeah, it's definitely very recognizable as like N64 era stuff. Not to say it looks bad or whatever, it's just, you know, but yeah. People already trying to translate the Japanese E Plus version in English? Probably. I mean, if they haven't already. But if I was playing Japanese version, I'd kind of want to be playing it in the original Japanese and just use that as a way of learning Japanese. I don't know. I'd love to eventually learn Japanese. Okay. Who moved out from that travel? Because in this game, when you travel to another town, somebody generally moves out. Well, Punchy moved in. Oh, I know who moved out. Cobb moved out. Yeah. Cobb moved out, and Punchy moved in. Okay. So firstly, let's go drop off my raffle tickets. So, played Stories... I have not played Story of Seasons, no. The last... I mean, I haven't played any of the games in the series since the title changed to Story of Seasons. And in fact, the only ones I've played are Harvest Moon 64, and Harvest Moon 64 is the only one I've played a lot of. I've played a little bit of Harvest Moon 3 GBC, and what was the GameCube one? A Wonderful Life? Maybe? No. Maybe? I don't know. Oh, there's also that one where you ran a juice stand that was a WiiWare game. I played a little bit of that one as well. Well, that might have even been, like, just a... Like... That might have even been a Natsume game just, so would still be Harvest Moon. Tale of Two Towns? No, not Tale of Two Towns. Tale of Two Towns was on the DS and 3DS. I'm just... Let's see here. Harvest Moon. Okay, it was A Wonderful Life, yeah. That was the one I've played a little bit of. I never owned that one, though, so it was just like when I borrowed from a friend or something. Harvest Moon 64 I own, and Harvest Moon 3 GBC I own, and the WiiWare one I own. I might own one on the 3DS, or I might have a demo of one on the 3DS. Definitely know I have something Harvest Moon on. Did I put my money in there? I did. This is for my raffle tickets. So yeah, so right now, as mentioning, I have a lot of like raffle tickets. Everything along this back wall here, each of these has 3 full sets of raffle tickets. These ones over here are empty because I just, you know, shift them over as stuff gets filled up. Okay. And then partial non-complete sets I just drop over here so I don't mix them up. And this one just is going to get one more set put in. And yeah. And that's why I, you know, fairly consistently get, all the raffle prizes in both my towns, because I get the raffle tickets that I need to do so. One Harvest Moon, Hero of Leaf Valley, never played it. Okay. I don't think I've even heard of that one. What am I doing here now? Let's go deposit a chunk of this money just so I free up my inventory a little bit. I'd like to eventually play through, like, all of the Harvest Moon / Story of Seasons games. But, you know, there's so many games I want to play. Only so much time. So it's all about finding the right balance. On the PSP, that makes sense why I'm not really familiar with it. Well, I do actually own a PSP. Never actually played it, though. I got it used from a friend. Because he was selling a bunch of stuff, and it's like, yeah, I'll buy it. Play it eventually. Back to Nature and Friends of Mineral Town. Okay. Yeah, Friends of Mineral Town was on the Game Boy Advance. I haven't played it, but I am familiar with its existence. And Back to Nature, was that one on the PS1 or PS2? Might have played a GameCube version. Not sure. Okay. Wait, what is this? That's Panda paper. Deep sea paper. We'll go that there. That there. This is how I like to keep my inventory. 3 stacks of paper on the right side. 3 of my tools on the right or on the left. Yeah, right side for the 3 stacks of paper. 3 tools on the left side with my shovel in my hand. Okay. And then PS1 N64 was back. N64 wasn't Back to Nature. N64 was Harvest Moon 64. I know that because that's the one that I own, one that and have played the most. Okay, let's go say hi to our new villager, Punchy. Yes. Awesome. And let's write Punchy a letter. Punchy. Yeah, no worries, no worries. We're all wrong sometimes. Even myself. Welcome back, Todd. Welcome back. Looks similar, so you assume they're the same. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah. But no, that was back in the day where where different systems often got different games in the same series, even if, you know, like now it's a lot of the time it's just like, oh, have the one game that gets just ported to multiple systems. I mean, back then that happened as well, but oftentimes it was just like, okay, we'll make this game for this system, this game for this system. What's going on? Oh, you know, just chatting about Harvest Moon and doing the Animal Crossing thing. Okay, we're going to update our numbers here. So, my furniture percentage is now, we're now at 436 furniture out of 601. Let me check what the percentage is. If it goes up or just stays the same. I don't know why it takes me so long to find my calculator app. Like, I have my apps in alphabetical order, and I know how the alphabet works, so it really shouldn't take that long. Ooh, it does grow up. Just makes it up to 73%. Okay, then most of the other stuff, let's see, wallpaper should still be 56. Carpet should still be 63. Clothing should still be 164. Items should have gone up, though. Yes, indeed, because we got the golden axe today. So 43 out of 64. Divided by 64. That percentage will definitely have gone up. 67%. Yeah, 61 on stationery. All 127 gyroids. Look at that purple star next to the 127. Blue bench looks cute. Yeah, it's cool. It's good. Nice. All 25 fossils with purple star next to the number. And then should be 12 music. Awesome. No worries, Nick. Just, updating my numbers. As you do, as I have to do from time to time. Keep the numbers up to date as to where I'm at. And, then we're gonna go and, save a letter. So we have a letter from Vladimir. Because what I'm doing is keep saving one letter from every villager that lives here. And then, so it's when I actually put the letter aside that I take the villager off the list as I continue my quest to get every villager here living in this town at some point. Obviously not all at once. That's not possible. There's, 218 villagers and only have 15 at a time. Ooh, Vladimir goes second from the end. It's nice and easy to do. Normally it takes a bit longer because I have to because I'm keeping them alphabetical, so it normally I have to shift over everything. There we go. Resize that list. Villager list is super long. Eventually it'll actually be readable. And let's see here. 20, 40, 65. 65 villagers out of 218. 30%. We're up to 30% on villagers. Well, not 230%. That would be a bit cheating. Harvest Moon Back to Nature was on PlayStation in 2001. You need to play it. I mean, if you want to play it, definitely should do so. Let's drop ourselves down to exactly 30,000. Let's look at all that money I have in my account. 38,263,689 bells. And that's, with all the money I have lying on the ground in my other town in Pretoris, my total is probably more like 50-some million. But we need to eventually get ourselves up to 999,999,999. Because, not just because I'm Eric and I like to max out numbers, but I am Eric and I do like to max out numbers. But also because once you do, because that's like the max you can have in your account, once you do that, you get the post office model. And since that's a piece of furniture and that's needed for the catalog, if I want 100% this, I need to actually do that. It's actually not just like... Oh, I need to mail this letter as well. It's not just like, you know, ridiculous Eric maxing out numbers stuff. That's actually, like, legitimate. This is part of the actual 100% for this game. Yeah. Yeah, when I 100% games, I take it to such an extreme. Some people actually refer to it as Eric percent, just to you know, just because it's often takes it to a further extreme than what most people do. How long have we been going for? 2.5 hours. Love retro games. Good stuff, good stuff. And yes, so here's my NES collection here, which is Balloon Fight, Baseball, Clu Clu Land, Donkey Kong Jr. Math, I think? Yes. Excite Bike, Tennis? Yes. And Wario's Woods. And then this is Super Tournament, which is just an April Fool's joke. And this, well, and this is just NES, which interestingly, was discovered in recent years, you can actually, if you have an NES ROM loaded into the GameCube memory card, and it might need something so that it'll actually like work with Animal Crossing. I don't know exactly how it works, but you can actually play other NES games in Animal Crossing. So people are assuming Nintendo intended to like at some point release memory cards with NES ROMs loaded onto them. But yeah, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the 19 NES games you can get in the game. And part of my 100%ing is I want to eventually like 100% each of them. So like for Balloon Fight as an example, play a Balloon Fight here. So there's 1 player, 2 player, and Balloon Trip. So part of my 100%ing is I want to, in each of those game modes, well, I guess max out the numbers. So like in this one, max out the score and the phase number. Ooh, ooh. Need to be careful. Lost one of my balloons there. Okay. Bit out of practice with this game. Now we're gonna I think just go at this until I get game over. Because why not? Need to be working on these eventually if I want to be 100%, sending them to 100%. And now that we're at a bonus stage, we got our missing balloon back. So that's the thing. It's okay to lose a balloon as long as you don't lose both of your balloons before you hit a bonus stage, because then you'll lose a life. But as long as you can get... Perfect. As long as you get to the bonus stage without losing both your balloons, you get, if you lose one, you get the other one back. Yeah, this is definitely a fun game. I very much enjoy it. I actually played it on stream before, even like aside from here in Animal Crossing and such. had it as my stream game at some point. Or one of my stream games, I should say. It also does something a lot of these classic games did, where you can, like, you know, go back and forth between the edge. Oh, hey. No, no, blowing up a new balloon for you. And this is something that's really kind of sad that they don't have in the Animal Crossing games anymore. Like, and I understand why, because Nintendo realized they could instead just, you know, start selling the games to people again via, like, Virtual Console and whatnot. Although I'm actually, honestly, kind of surprised, like, that, you know, because on the Switch, with, you know, if you have an online account, you can, you know, play a bunch of SNES and NES games for free anyway, assuming you have an online account. So it's not really free, but no extra cost beyond the online account, which you'd possibly be having anyway. It's kind of, wouldn't have been surprised if they did put something in Animal Crossing so you could play them within the game, within New Horizons, if you have an online account. Ooh, lost a balloon there. Ooh, that was close. Almost lost another one. Ooh. And now we have the lightning. Lightning doesn't cross the screen barrier. Newer games get more and more bland. Even the dialogue isn't unique anymore. I mean, I can't speak too much on the dialogue, having not played the newer games, but, you know. Yeah. And there's upsides and downsides to the game, you know, each of the Animal Crossing games. Because obviously, you know, it's not going to be the same game every time, or else. So that they do change stuff. So I do understand some stuff is going to go away or change, and it's not always going to necessarily be what everyone wants. But, you know. Ooh, crap. Lost it. We're probably going to... Well... Good right now. Just be careful of the lightning. Whew. Yeah, the lightning is basically a sign that... because the lightning comes after a certain amount of time, so it's basically a sign that, ooh, I need to... I'm taking too long to defeat all the enemies. Okay. Doing good at the bonus game, though. Got perfect all 3 times so far. Okay. Those flippers are really annoying. Tricky to get by. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. There we go. Well, lightning's getting a bit close for my liking. Ooh, second bit of lightning. Ooh, and we're getting another one. Oh, and the lightning is going fast. Okay, he's going in the water, so I just need to survive. The interesting thing with two-player balloon fight is that you can also damage each other's balloons. So, it's cooperative, but with the ability to betray each other. Reminds me of games your dad has on his arcade machine. Oh yeah. I think it's similar to the game Joust. Ah, crap. Stepmother had an NES. Nice. Yeah, I have an NES as well. I don't actually have this game on the NES. I have it, in addition to here in Animal Crossing, I do have it on one or more virtual consoles. There's a lot of NES games that I have like multiple times via like virtual console here in Animal Crossing, and actually having them on the NES. Bubble Bobble, Rainbow Island, and Pang or Pong? I don't know what Pang is, if that's not a typo. Okay, not a typo. Okay, not perfect on this one. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. Rainbow Islands, actually, I don't think I'm familiar with either. Bubble Bobble, I know of, though. Yeah. I'm not super familiar with Bubble Bobble, but I am aware of it. Super Pang, Pang 3, and Pang Adventures. Okay. Never even heard of them. Hey, Dragonfly, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing? Ooh, we're gonna get game over soon. Oh my god. We're on our last life. Only one balloon at the moment, but if we can last to the next bonus round, we can at least get our second balloon back. Can't get any more lives, though. There's no way to get extra lives in this game, I don't think. I think the same people that made Bubble made Rainbow. Oh! Now that you say that, especially say company name, that is ringing some bells. Like, still not something I'm like super familiar with, but like at least like ringing some bells of, oh, I've probably like seen that game like listed in like some game list or something somewhere. Also made Bust a Move. Okay, yeah, makes that I'm familiar with as well. Love that series. Good stuff. Good, playing New Horizons. Nice, good stuff. Yeah, I'm playing some GameCube Animal Crossing here. Playing some Balloon Fight within Animal Crossing, to be specific, but just seeing how far I can get. No, just let him drown, or get eaten by a fish. Oh, lightning is instant death, even if you have both your balloons. It's game over, but we actually got like 316,000 points. So yeah, 2 players the same, except you have 2 players, and you can, also attack each other. And then there's Balloon Trip, which is a bit different. It's just like an endlessly scrolling thing. No enemies, although there is like, that electricity stuff. Oh, and there is the fish. Yeah. So, you have a villager I hate? You mean Chief? What phase did I get up to there, though? Because I actually... Where's my mouse? Let's see here. Text. Select font. So, 1 player, 2 player, Balloon Trip. Just as a kind of a thing to mark down. How well I've done, and also what the max stage is, which I'm not gonna go figure that out right now. I'm just gonna have that as something to so I can in the future mark down how well I want to do to consider it 100%. Okay. Because eventually I want to, like I said, 100% each of the NES games within this game as part of 100%ing this game. So it's good to figure out what that all is going to entail. But I think we're done with playing as Rick here for now. We're not going to done with Animal Crossing yet. We are done with my main character here. And I'm going to play a bit as one of my other characters. Oh, I should close the calculator on my phone. Okay, give me a moment. I just need to quickly swap the memory cards. Ugh. If ones are trying to escape from me. Ain't that always an issue? Anything with a cord always wants to do its own thing. Alfonso, one day you will move to my main town. One day. Jonathan. Alfonso's my favorite villager. He lives in my secondary village, which is and he's from my old main village though, because the Trantor you saw, that's my main village, is my second Trantor. The first one I lost to memory card corruption, but Alfonso is somebody that lived in my old main town. You have Dobby. Dobby's the one that I hate? Who's Dobby? Dobby. No, I don't even know Dobby. The old wolf, yeah, I just looked him up online. I'm not even familiar with Dobby. Oh, he is in the original Animal Crossing, though. I just haven't come across him yet. Favorite alligator is Dell. Okay, yeah. Dell's cool. No, that's Chief. That was my nemesis. Also a wolf, but a different one. You're just getting... I think you're getting your wolves confused or mixed up. Okay, what is this? Oh, a pear. Interesting. It's a wolf. Yeah, and the thing is, I mostly like the wolves. It's just Chief, because, yeah, of blocking me the one time. Otherwise, I like the wolves. Okay, what we're going to do is sell this pear. Made Dobby the Old Fisherman. Definitely, yeah, just, you know, like I said, looking at him definitely suits that role. Oh. Because I haven't been in here since I got the statue made. I'd like to sell this pear. And we're going to do, I think we're going to go deposit a chunk of this money. Because right now we can't actually, yeah, because we deposit this money, we can bring an extra bag with us. So what we're doing, finally paid off the attic, now to get the cellar. Good stuff, good job, good job. Make a deposit. So weird seeing such an empty bank account, or post office account, I guess, so, considering how big my main one is. But yeah, we're going to be having Jonathan here go over to Trantor to pick up some stuff to my main town. So at the same time, he's also going to bring a bunch of this money with him. Actually, you know what I should do is, because what I'm doing is getting all of my gyroids into storage here in this town. Should drop those so that I have the extra inventory. That way I can just pick up a ton of money like this to bring over with me. Keep going until it tells me that. Then I put one in here. I can go put another 2 in here and then pick up 2 more. Now to get 7 million bells, I mean, I'd lend you some, but you can't exactly transfer it between different games in the series. If there was a way of connecting between the different games, I'd be like, here, come and get some. But sadly, that's not the way it works. It doesn't work that way exactly, yeah. $7 million bells, that's nothing to me. There is for some things. Not between different... Well, you can transfer your catalog from Wild World to City Folk. That's, as far as I know, the only connectivity between games in the Animal Crossing series. Like, different games. Obviously, you can connect between the same game, different towns or whatever of the same game, but as far as I know, that's the only connectivity between different games in the series. It's not like Pokemon where, like, you can generally oh, design codes. Okay. Okay, that actually, yeah, that would make sense. That I'm not too familiar with, because that's not really a thing in this game. And also not really a thing that... That's not really a thing, I guess, that, that is relevant to how I play Animal Crossing, so that's not really a thing that I am super familiar with. It's 3 million bells, okay. Yes, that's chump change for me. Okay. See, at least Rover having to think to remember Jonathan is not quite as ridiculous as with, like, Rick, who travels just constantly. Okay. And, past midnight, gonna have a snack for bed. Go to bed, watch a movie. Okay, well, thanks again for hanging out, and, all that. Thanks again for the follow, yes. Just confirming that you were one of the people that followed. It'd be pretty awkward if I was like, thanks for the follow, and, oh, you didn't follow. But thanks again for the follow and for hanging out and chatting and all that. And have a good night. Okay. Let's drop this money off. If any of y'all remember before when I had a bunch of money sitting here, this is why, because I did the same thing yesterday. I've been doing the same thing pretty much every day as I slowly get all of my money back to my main town. And now you might be wondering, if I'm doing like that massive amounts of transferring for like the bells, why don't I do the same thing with the gyroids, and instead of just like transferring 4 gyroids at a time from what's stored in the gyroid? And to that I say, I don't know. I don't know why I'm doing it such a slow way with the gyroids. But I am. Okay. Oh. Because, like, the reason to put in your gyroid instead of, just drop it on the ground, like, the only real difference would be if you put in your gyroid, you can also, like, sell it, but obviously that's what I'm doing, because I'm just transferring between different ones of my own characters. But it's just, I guess, a habit I got into of putting them into my gyroid for transferring, whereas with the money I have lying on the ground, there's just too much of it for me to, like, put it anywhere other than the ground, so, yeah. Had to do that in Diablo 1 and 2, leave a stash of money and items in the town center. Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do. And, you know, it's all about, especially at, like, high-level play for Animal Crossing, which is basically, like, the turnip market to ridiculous extents. 2 weeks without doing the turnip market, though. Looking forward to buying some turnips again next Sunday. So had I bought, not 2 days ago, but like last week's Sunday, and then sold last Monday, that would have been another massive increase. Like, it would have been similar to the increase I currently have here. Currently got the week before that. This week so far haven't had a massive turnip price at Nooks, so this week it hasn't mattered yet that I didn't buy. We'll see if that changes or not, but yeah. But turnip market is the only way to get those, like, ridiculous amounts of money. And even then, like, I'm expecting it'll take over a year for me to max out my money. Because even with the turnip market, like... Which is ridiculous that Nintendo actually... Like, considering how long it takes to get that much money, it's kind of ridiculous that Nintendo actually gave a reward for maxing out the money you have in your account. Yeah. And you might be like, well, what do speedrunners do? And I think speedrunners probably do some, like, duplication glitch of something and then selling it for a lot or something. I don't know exactly. I know there's duplication glitches used in a bunch of the speedruns. Like, I mean, I know there's duplication glitches used just in, like, the standard all deaths speedrun. And then I'm sure there's something used in the 100% speedrun. Even then, the 100% speedrun for this Animal Crossing is, like, over 20 hours, I'm pretty sure. Possibly even over 30 hours. Like, and that's, like, for the first place run. Just because there's a lot to do. And that's, of course, using a lot of time travel, a lot of codes, both of which I'm not doing for my 100% playthrough. They give you the post office model. Like, there's the various models of the different, like, buildings and, like, trees and grass and such that you can get that are just, like, it's furniture you can get and such. And so the way you get the post office model is by saving up the max amount of money. We're going to play as one other character just a little bit. Carla. Just because I want to... I've got both James and Jonathan, my main two characters in this town, with fully upgraded houses, that's all paid off, and statues. So we want to do the same thing with Carla here. And then eventually a fourth character. Anything important in here? Truffles moved, Bessie moved, Maddie moved, Joey, Camo Frog, Portia, T-Bone, Pudge, Bill, and Tabby. I really haven't played as Carla in a while. I mean, I played as her like only a couple of times. Have I even paid off her first debt? I have not. Okay. Yeah, that's today. I'm like, when did I play as her? But I'm like, oh wait, that's today, because I'm playing as her today. Okay, I played as her on the 14th. And that would have been when I created her. Okay, so this is only the second time I've actually played as this character. That makes sense then that she hasn't paid off her first debt. What do we have here? Work uniform, Waterbird, 18 Matt Tommy. We're just gonna sell that stuff. Oh. Yes, Happy Room Academy, because this is only my second time playing as her. Blah, 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 blah. The problem with multiple characters... Oh. The problem with multiple characters is getting the same dialogue you've seen a bunch of times for stuff like this. Yep. And especially then when you select the Tell Me More option. Leave it to me. There we go. Okay, and then we just want to sell, won't get us much money, but, you know, mainly it's before clearing out the inventory. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go pick up as much money with her as we get. Wait, does she even have any tools? No. What tools are for sale here? Do we have anything we want? Yeah, we're actually gonna get a fishing rod. I like all of my characters to have at least a fishing rod. And a shovel. And a net. So I actually think I'm gonna buy the net as well. Axe doesn't really matter. But... Oh. No, I meant to say yes. Because it's nice to have the ability to catch fish or insects when it comes up. Especially catching fish if Wendell's in town and you get a wallpaper off of him. And we'll just hold the fishing rod, so we're... Actually, no, we'll hold the net, just because we're more likely to randomly run into an insect. Although we're likely to actually try catching anything, but... Because we don't... But, you know... Hey! There's Blanca, who we drew her face before. Hahaha. Okay, where am I? I'm here. I want to go here. And what we're going to do is just pick up as much money as we can carry with Carla. Because we're going to go pay off her current debt, but then we also, on the off chance I don't play as her again until after all this money's been cleared out. Which, granted, will be a while from now, but... I mean, this is only my second time playing as her in general, so... It's definitely a strong possibility. This way, at least, you know, we have a lot of money with her so we can pay off another debt, potentially. Oh, one more. So we're gonna go and pay off our current debt. Then, I guess, probably pick up some more money to fill up our inventory again, beyond and such. And then get the house upgrade, and then... deposit. Which, I mean, this debt is like... nothing. It's like, here... Yeah, we don't even have enough room in our inventory to pick up another bag. That's how small that debt was. Okay, do we know what color we want her roof? Because we have brown for that roof, white for that roof. Currently this one's yellow, but that was just the starting color. Because we get the house upgrade, we also get, because any of the house upgrades other than the basement allows you to change your roof color if you so desire. I think we might go with a black roof for her. Oh, that's actually a list I should make. What color roof I want each of my characters to have. Red, orange, yellow. Yeah, I don't want any of those characters for her. Pale green, green, sky blue, nah. Blue, purple, pink, no. Black, white, brown. Yeah, we're gonna go with black. Cause that's all of the... We look through all the colors, so... Black is, I think, the one that suits her the best. And then, next time we play as her, we'll pay off the next debt. And then... Next debt, and keep... Assuming we keep playing as her before all this money is gone, or again, in the future, if we get a lot of money like this again, which decent chance will happen, eventually get her statue... Third statue here-ish, or here-ish? I think the third one is here, and then the fourth one is here. Yeah, first one was gold, second one is silver, third one is bronze, fourth one is green for some reason. Eventually we need to get this in my main town as well, with like, in my main town, my character Rick has fully paid off his debt and has a statue and a lot of money saved up. But my other characters in my main town are not at that point, because in my main town I don't generally have money just lying on the ground, because if I'm in my main town I just right away deposit the money, right? Green is an odd color. Green is an odd color. Oh, you mean for the statue. In general as well, it's an odd color. Green. Who thought of green, really? No. Okay, we are going to be ending here, but we are going to go raid someone, so if y'all want to stick around for that, that'd be awesome. Streamers love a good raid, and the fact that we still have, but yeah, what's lower than bronze? Yeah. The fact that we still have higher than normal viewer count means gotta send more people over in a raid than I usually do, which is always awesome. So let's see who is live, what they're doing. Okay, so could raid somebody playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. Oh, okay. Could raid somebody playing Monster Hunter Rise. Could raid somebody playing Subnautica. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those people, so if anybody has a preference for any of those games, I just... Ooh, or could raid somebody playing Super Mario Odyssey. So if anybody has a preference for any of those games I just mentioned, let me know in chat. Otherwise, I'll decide myself who we're going to go and raid. And yeah. And I will be back tomorrow. Standard 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time. With more Animal Crossing, and followed by, what is tomorrow? Wednesday, so some more Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3. Thursday, I mean, weekday streams are always 3 p.m. in theory, assuming I'm not late. Thursday will be Animal Crossing, followed by Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Friday, Animal Crossing, followed by Lego The Hobbit. Then Saturday, 4 p.m. with the Star Wars Tabletop RPG and Animal Crossing After. Sunday is Animal Crossing at 9 a.m. SubRequest Sunday stream at 4 p.m., which is currently looking like Mega Man 5. Next week, that Monday, then back to 3 p.m. with Animal Crossing, followed by the results of the poll I'm currently running on Twitter. We don't know what game it is yet. Last I checked, Mario Kart Wii was winning. And next Tuesday again, more Animal Crossing at 3, and Tuesdays is just Animal Crossing. Almost 12:30. Okay, no worries. Everyone have a good night. Yeah, and like I said, we're going to go raid somebody. Since nobody has a preference for who we raid, I think we're going to go and raid Dangers, playing Super Mario Odyssey, speedrun, doing the All Moon speedrun. And he's just started, so he's probably going to be going pretty late. Hopefully I don't make the mistake of staying there too late, but if y'all want to join me on the raid, that'd be awesome. Copy and paste the raid message and join in the raid. And thanks everyone for coming out, those who chatted, those who just lurked, those who hosted, auto-hosted, raided, followed. I think that was everything today. Let me just check to confirm. Yes. And yeah, thank you all. You're all wonderful people. Thank you for hanging out. It's been a blast, and I will see you all later. Let me just make sure I've copied the raid message. And, bye.